What's up, brothers? What's up, sisters? Hmm. Guess what? It's crazy, bro. These dreams, bro. I've been having dreams of this dream since I was very young. I can't even tell you when it started, what age. But I've lived in another timeline at some point as a gangster. I can tell you that because I used to see, I even saw when I got killed in this dream. And I didn't know who was the gangster, right? Until just recently when somebody called me by my name and I looked, right? And then I saw the gangster who it was, right? But then it's funny because I had dreams seen through both of their eyes, right? I'm like, what the fuck? Who the fuck is these people, you know? And I know now who they are. Because the thing is, like, you gotta understand this world. Like, when that gangster shit was going on, they took everything from us, bro. Everything. They stole everything from us. So all we had was the hustle to get paid and to make it out here, right? So the gangster shit was part of that timeline because it had to be. We had nothing. They stole everything from us. So you know who I'm talking about? Al Capone and Frank Capone. I was Frank Capone. Yep. And I had a son. And my brother ended up raising my son after I passed. And I remember living through my son after that. Like I've been having those dreams since very young, bro. So like I tell you before, bro, I've been a lot of people on this earth, bro. I've been a lot of people on this earth. Now there's this movie that came out. I suggest you guys watch that movie. It's called Sinners. Bro, that's it. That's look, I was a twin. At some point in all my timelines. So what that really is myself divided into two, which is divine feminine and divine masculine. Two men, right? And those two men lived out different lifetimes or different paths. That at times we were together and at times we was apart. And every time we was apart, we always went against each other because we have the same mentality, which is be the best at what we do. And when you have two of the same people trying to be the best, you're always gonna have that war mentality. You're gonna try to kill your other half. You don't even know that that's your other half. It's crazy, bro. And it's from the beginning, right? when the Most High said, "Come, let us make man in our image after our likeness," who you think he was talking to, bro? He was talking to his queen, his wife. They came on earth, he made man and he made woman. And then there was a problem because the woman said, "No, my nigga, we the same. Like, you're not ruling over me, nigga. What you can do, I can do." And she left. Fine, she left. So the Most High God gave him a daughter to be a helper to him onto the earth. Now, you can't have sex with your daughter, bro. Right? So what happened then? He divided Adam, divine feminine and divine masculine. He he gave the daughter the feminine, the male side, and he gave the man the feminine side. And they had kids, and they had twins, Cain and Cain's wife, or Cain and Cain's sister, which later became his wife. And that's why Cain killed Abel, because at the end they was gonna switch up his wife, which they wasn't supposed to, but they was gonna do it anyway. Men don't think. They think wrong. Everything is wrong. Everything is evil. They don't think about right and wrong. They just go on what they feel, and this is what they're gonna do. So what Cain did was he killed Abel and took his wife, which was his sister, his twin. Divine feminine, divine masculine. And then it kept going. And then what happened? Cain had a son with his sister. And his name was Enoch, the city of Enoch. So what happened there? You know? His second half, which was divine masculine, went into his son. Bro, everything is spiritual, bro. Everything is spiritual more than anything else. This carnal shit that we live and all this other bullshit, there's only two laws on this earth. If you want to be on this earth, you have to follow those two laws. I don't give a fuck about man's laws. I don't give a fuck about that. Because if you're following those two laws, you're in alignment with the Most High. So then everything aligns with you. Those are the two basic laws to be on earth. If you can't go by these two laws, you just can't be on earth. That's all. Yeah, the Israelites, which later became the gatekeepers, they started making it difficult for you to go home. So they started being gatekeepers to the true knowledge, which was the two laws. And when people used to go ask them, like, what does it take for me to go up? Well, you gotta wear fringes, you gotta not eat this, you gotta not eat that, you gotta pray every day, you gotta do all this bullshit that they made up. Everything they made up. And this is the problem that we're living in now. This is why you see all the churches being burned down. You see all the religions breaking apart, because it's all lies and deception for money, bro, for gain. And who did that? The Egyptians. And then the Egyptians used to fight against their other brothers, which was the Mayans. The Mayans kept the two laws. And they used to tell people, no, it's two laws, nigga. Do the two laws. That's it. So the Egyptians didn't like that, because they couldn't rule over people if they knew it was only two laws. So they had to kill and take over the world, so then they can be gods on this earth. But then Cain always told them, you can't tell the sons of Seth that you're God. You can't rule over them. And every time that happened, Cain left. Cain just left. Cain did something, he killed himself, or he let somebody kill him, and he left the world because he didn't want to be a part of that. It's just the truth, bro. And when I say that he died, no, that body died and he went into another body. That's all that happened. It's spiritual, bro. There is no death for us. We don't die. We're angels. We're immortal souls, and we all come from the Most High God. That's all it is, bro. So in that Sinners movie, it is it's so, bro. In that movie, they got everything the way it goes. So the person that made that movie knows a lot about our history. A lot. Everything is there. It's crazy, bro. Now, Satan, which is Cain, he wears a hat with the brim around it, right? If you ever get to see Satan, he will be wearing that hat, all in black, with the red eyes. Not lying to you. Now, Abel always used the other cap with the little brim in the front. That's Abel's. Abel always wear that. That was Abel's signature. He used to wear that with the brim in the front. That's Abel. The other one is Cain. Brothers, the same being divided into two: divine feminine, divine masculine. I'm not lying to you, bro. And if you see the movie, you notice that Abel runs shit in that movie. Abel runs shit in that movie, bro. He's always protecting his brother, the divine feminine, always. Yep. I'll tell you this much. This shit is, bro, I done seen that movie. Nigga, I lost count. Millions of times. The same movie. Millions of times. Millions of times. I don't even know how many times I've seen it now. I've been going. What I've been doing really is going through timelines. My father puts me through timelines. He took me from my timeline and he sent me through all these timelines. Wherever niggas is sacrificing kids and eating children and people, he sent me to those timelines. To what? To send the demons back home. Demons do not belong on earth. Demons are used for they have a reason and they have a purpose. Other than that, you're not supposed to be on earth. Demons is too powerful to be on earth with humans. I can't ribbon. We're not allowing that. Y'all going home, bastards, and y'all gonna give back everything y'all stole. Yep. Those are the Egyptians. I know. The Egyptians learned how to do things with animals. They used to how you say that? They learned how to graft animals into their bloodlines. And then they'll use those animals to put fear in people's heart when they used to go and show up to people. Yeah, it's a mind fuck thing that they used to do. So you be doing something and you praying and you doing something right. Here comes the gatekeeper. A whole fucking animal man. You scared to death now. You're like, what the fuck is going on? The Egyptians, the gatekeepers. Bro, when I'm meditating, I start meditating, then I start seeing these figures come into my meditation, right? Gatekeepers. They don't want you to move past that point you just went to. At first, when I started this, I used to be like, yo, what the fuck, demons? You know? No, yeah, demons, Egyptians holding down that line you just got to. And then if you don't know what it is, you stop meditating, you get out the meditation. No, nigga, you're not supposed to fear anything in the shadow, in the valley of the shadow of death. So what you supposed to do, demon? I send you light and love. Now move. You see it leaves. But now, having not been doing that, what I've been doing is I've been telling them straight up, demon, you going home. Call the angel that's that frustrates you so he can take you home. And then I see the angel come in with the light and grab that nigga and take that nigga home. I'm opening up the whole valley, nigga. No more demons in the valley. It's just gonna be open for when we wanna go home, we go home. When we wanna come down, we come down. This is all that's been happening. It's a spiritual thing that's been happening. And like I told you before, everything that happens in the spirit world comes into the physical after 3 days. So what really happened was Cain and Abel is in the same body again. Boom. Like Adam from the beginning. That's all. And then it's a mind fuck to these people, right? Why? Because Cain was cursed. They call this a curse. Cain was cursed to live out in the earth forever. He was immortal on earth. And Cain had a sign, right, that no man's gonna kill him because they can't. He's immortal. So, but the Most High gave him a sign, which is the red eyes. So when demons pull up to me and they trying to do something, as soon as I open my eyes, they flee. See my red eyes. So, and then Cain was also cursed. He wasn't going to have a specific home, meaning he was going to be a vagabond throughout the whole earth, meaning the whole earth is his. And he was going to live out all eternity on the earth, immortal. And then Abel went home and he was living out all eternity in the heavens. Until now. Boom. Both of them together in the same body. That's why I be having memories of Cain and memories of Abel. Yeah. That's why I used to see Cain's wife and Abel's wife. Yeah, bro. Cain's wife is the white lady with the curly hair. Abel's wife is the dark-skinned lady with the long hair. It's in the movie, bro. I've been telling y'all this for a whole year now. It's crazy, bro. But it's beautiful. That's why they like, damn, bro, but why this nigga don't die? We throw everything at this nigga. I got Cain shit in me, bro. Cain can't die. Y'all used to kill Abel all the time. Now y'all can't kill Abel. Cain and Abel is in one body. Back to Adam. And that makes Adam king of all thy creatures. Because he's back together to himself. One. With the Most High God and the Holy Spirit, the Holy Ghost, which is Michael. Hello, how you doing? I know. I love you guys. I'll probably put another video up another day.